Hi everyone. I'm about to do today's daily for Tuesday, December 10th. Okay, so I'm working on the 2020 predictions. My goodness, they're sending some really divine messages through in these predictions here for 2020. Some really good messages. I'm just gonna start releasing them like a la carte, one by one. Just be patient. If I don't do your sign yet, just be patient with me, please. I usually like to, release them by elements, but they're taking up too much space on my hard drive, so I have to just release them, okay? Now, yeah, the messages are really strong, and I think they have really good advice. It's going to be very helpful for y'all, I believe. These messages. Not only that, they're really kind of strong messages, so they're taking a lot out of me. So I know that it's really trying to get y'all to listen here. Okay, so I'm gonna start releasing those. And wow, yeah, now my titanium group on Patreon it's closed. It's a small group, and it looks like we are at our cap here. So I'm actually much more excited. We got some new members there to see how it goes. Okay, you guys have been so supportive. Thank you everyone for all your donations. You guys don't know how much that helps. I truly appreciate it. I try to send an email to everyone who donates, just to express my gratitude. If I didn't, I do appreciate that, okay? You guys don't know how much, your comments, if anything, your comments are so awesome. They mean so much, and I thank you all for that. I'm happy to be delivering these messages. I'm honored, actually, to be used as a vessel to spread these messages to you all. Okay, I'm humbled as well. And I love doing this, you know. I do. I want us to grow. That is that's my purpose for doing this. I see the potential. I see a lot of people on the cusp. I remember when I, you know, was searching, trying to find my path. I remember the feeling. I remember when I stopped resonating with people that I resonated with. I remember when I did my blackout period and stopped listening to messages. And I realized that's when I grew the most. When I was able to remove myself from always listening to messages and just focus on myself and, rely on my inner guidance. I remember that feeling that, oh wow, the messages can keep you stuck. It'll keep you stuck not doing anything but waiting for messages. And I realize it's not until you start living your life, start implementing some of the good advice that you hear. Sometimes you'll hear a really good message and then you go to the next one, it'll counter it, and then you're back at square zero. Like, no, when divine sends you a message and you feel like it's your message, that's it. So I do appreciate the journey, trying to get you guys to grow, because it feels good. When you finally get on your path, it feels good. When source, universe, the divine, God, when it feels like it can use you, it's very rewarding, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the message for today. Oh, I see the sun and the Eight of Water. Again, we keep getting this Eight of Water. All right, happy outcome with your spiritual and emotional growth. Okay, I see a lot of happiness coming in. That's coming in strong. 2020 is universal year 4, so it has that 4 energy. Okay, so that just means that you're gonna really have to be very, very disciplined, you know, because it's opportunity to grow. There's a opportunity to grow. Of course, you have to work hard and be dedicated and determined, you know, and work diligently. You know, that's all required. But the opportunity to grow is there. It's a year of potential, great potential, you know, to build for yourself, to create a strong foundation for yourself, okay? Now, your beliefs, the way you look at things, no one can control that but you. And that affects your outcome. The way you look at things affects the outcome that you get. So a lot of y'all have to shift the way you think. Okay? You have to shift the way you think. That's important. All right? Let's see what the message is. Four of Air. Time to rest. This is the separation card. A lot of people don't understand what separation means. I don't think people understand what it means when you are separated from someone. That is a part of the journey. Whatever journey you feel that you're on. I don't like to really use terms, but the terms are there. So, you know, they're there for you. So I'm going to use them. So if you're in the twin flame journey, you know, soulmate journey, you know, trying to find your divine partner, you're going to go through a time of separation. That's like a rite of passage. That's a part of it. You will go through that time of separation. If there's no separation, that relationship is not evolving to its full potential, because during the time of separation, that's when you're supposed to be focusing on yourself. That's where the biggest test lies. It lies when you are without that, when that person, there's no communication. The two of you are not contacting each other. You're supposed to shift your focus onto yourself, not what they're doing. I want you to know when you do that, you prolong the separation. I hope y'all heard what I just said. When all you do is think about when they're coming back, how do I get them back, what are they doing, who are they with, how do they feel, all of those things prolongs the separation period. So it's not until you release control of trying to get to a certain outcome that they come back. If it's a year, it's a year. If it's 2 years, it's 2 years. If it's 2 months, it's 2 months. You determine the length of that time of separation by what you're doing during separation. So if the two of you are not in communication and you're focused on yourself, and you even start dating someone else, that's a part of separation. The two people move on with their life. You have to trust that what's for you is for you. And if it's meant to you, it'll come back. They have the term runner-chaser, right? So you can kind of determine how long your separation will be. You can kind of look in the past history of your relationship. You know, if you were the chaser at first, like if you were the one pursuing and giving and the other person was not reciprocating, see how long you were doing that. How long did you do that for? If you did it for 4 months, your separation period will last 4 months from the day you decide to release control. So let's just say You and the person were dating, and you were you know, you were the one pursuing it. I'm not going to say chasing. You were the one pursuing it or trying to make it work for 4 months. And then you get tired of that and say, hey, look, I'm worth more than this. I'm going to pull back my energy. And you sincerely pull back your energy and, you know, release the person, and then you move on with your life. Within 4 months, that person will come back. That's how you kind of gauge. Now, let's just say, you know, after 4 months, you stop chasing, but then for 2 months after you stop chasing, you're still emotional and crying and hoping and watching the person, watching YouTube videos on what they're doing and this and that. That's the Page of Swords energy there, where you're watching, spying, trying to see what's going on in their life. When will they contact me? And you do that for 2 months. You just prolong that 4-month reconciliation to 6 months, because you just added 2 months to it. You need to disconnect completely. This is all law of attraction. This is all energy. This is how energy works. This is how it works. So I'm just telling you. But the universe kind of gives you a gift at the same time. It tells you to focus on yourself. Start working on a project that can make you abundant. That's how you get your mind off of the person. If they're for you, they'll come back. That's what separation is. That's what you're supposed to use that time of separation for. Not focusing on them, but focusing on yourself. Separation is a gift for you to start making yourself abundant within your own right, so that you can become self-sufficient, so that you can find abundant in life within yourself, so you can find financial independence, so you can realize your self-worth. That's why you're in separation. If you're not doing that, you are not manifesting them back. Okay? Two of Fire. You've come into your own is what it says. It says you've come into your own. It says new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. That's what it says. Because that's what you need to be doing. So during separation, a lot of people meet other people. You start another relationship. Don't pick up another don't pick up a lesson. To be honest, I recommend during separation to just focus on self. You can start a new relationship, and usually that's thrown in to help you get your mind off of the person. Because you end up sincerely forgetting about the person. Like, you do. Like, they'll still be at the back of your mind, but it won't be as strong, you know? So, yes, a lot of people start new relationships during separation. But you have to be open to moving forward, you know? That's a part of how the person comes back. I'm telling y'all how to manifest the person back into your life. It's really not that complicated. It's just, it's easier said than done, yes, but it's not that complicated. You have to release them. Release. You have to move forward. If the universe sends you a new person, you have to, you know, number one, be able to discern if this is going to be another lesson or not. You know, if it is, you should be able to, you know, kind of find that out really quick and back up and be like, I guess it's time for me to be alone. It's time for me to be celibate. It's time for me to focus on myself. You know, you have that option. You can either, you know, entertain someone else, or you can just focus on yourself. I don't pick up any more karmic debt, though. You can. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. If you start a new relationship, don't use the person as a rebound. Don't use the person as a way to not focus on the other person that you can pick up. You can pick up more lessons that way. So just be careful. My advice is to focus on self. Be honest, okay? Ace of Fire. Exciting new opportunities. See, during separation, this is the energies that's coming in. You start something new. Something that can bring you career advancement. Something that changes your life. Something that can bring in just stability. That's what you're supposed to be doing during separation. Of course you're going to think about the other person. But you'll find that it slowly deteriorates. You know? You don't even have to every day send the person love. That's focusing on the person. Believe me, if it is a soul connection, they know you love them. There's an inner knowing. You don't have to send them love every day. You don't have to send them love. You can just wish them well and go on your merry way. I'm trying to get y'all to get exactly what you're wanting without all the stress. Okay? The World. Nice. This is when you complete. This is when you graduate. This is when you ascend. This is when you get that pat on the back from the universe. A job well done. The World. This means that you completed the cycle successfully. This is how you complete the cycle. Focusing on yourself during separation, not the other person. Not the other person. That does not help you grow. It does not. It's actually counterproductive. You actually end up going backwards. And I truly wish, because I know a lot of the readers on this platform, they feel like they're helping y'all. I really wish that they understood that's not how they help you, by keeping you focused on the other person. Of course you're going to think about the person. That's going to be natural. Of course. When you get to a certain point in this journey, during the separation, you're going to maybe want to, hey, look, how does this person, well, how are they doing? You're going to ask. If you inquire at least once in a while, just check on them. That's not the obsessive every day, every month, every 2 weeks checking on them. So, check on them every now and again to make sure they're fine. Yes, okay, I get it. But if you're all the time waiting for that, how are they doing? What are they doing? What are they up to? Who are they with? Like addictive, that's that devil energy, y'all. That's that, unhealthy attachment. When the devil card come up, that's that obsession. That's holding you back. When that devil card come in, I know that you're not focused on yourself. There's still that strong pull towards that person. You got to let that devil energy go. Y'all, you got to let it go. That's how you complete that cycle. That's how you complete it. Page of Earth. Start something that's going to bring you financial gain, financial reward, financial independence. That's what you do during separation. When you and that person come back together, y'all basically need to be telling each other a book. So this happened, I started this, and now I'm doing this, and it needs to be, what? Wow, that's nuts. Wow, when I last talked to you, it was this. But now you're at a whole different echelon. They have to look at you. I no longer live here. I've just bought a new car. I got this. invested into this. I'm doing this now. I no longer, their question might be, how's work? Oh no, I don't work there anymore. I'm now here. Basically, it needs to be y'all getting to know each other again. It's like both of you just telling like you're learning each other for the first time again. But it's gonna feel like it's gonna feel like you've always known each other, but you're gonna be expressing all the new things that you've been doing. When the reunion happens, that's the kind of conversations that occur. If they already, like, if you know what's going on in their life already, there really was no separation because you've been spying the whole time. So if you're on their social media and you see that they took this trip and that they were at this event and that there was no separation. There was no separation. The separation is a part of the journey, but it has to be a true separation. But if you're still so involved in their life, you really haven't focused on self. Okay, I'm going to pull the last card, Nine of Fire. Don't give up. That's the advice. They're saying not to give up on the person. Just because you release them don't mean that you gave up on them. This shows that you always believe that they're going to come back. You let them go, but you didn't give up. So that's why I tell y'all, watch what you say. Watch what you write down. Watch what you like and dislike. All of that matters. So if you I don't want this person back, but deep down you know you do, why would you do that? Why are you sending mixed signals? If you know deep down in your heart you want this person back, but you comment on the video because you see everybody else comments, I'll never take this person back. I'll never take this person back. Everybody has that kind of, y'all are easily influenced by other people's comments. Y'all need to be careful. Just because somebody else comments something, if you see a certain type of trend on the comment section, you're afraid to have a countering feeling. So if 90% of the comments are, oh, I'll never take this person back, usually that becomes the trend. Everybody else's comment is on that same thing. Don't jump on people bandwagon. Don't do that. Because if you know you truly want that person back, it's better for you not to say nothing than to thumbs up that comment or to comment that me too. Because a lot of people know they truly want that person back. Otherwise, they wouldn't be watching that video. Otherwise, they wouldn't have such a strong reaction about what was said. The stronger the reaction, the more you truly have an attachment to that person. You still have an attachment to that person. Gosh, I feel like a lot of this stuff, I feel like it's simple, but it's not that simple. There's so much more, So, yeah. This is about you guys understanding what the time of separation means. I guess they want y'all to understand what you're supposed to be doing, okay? Just because you release it don't mean you give up. Look, if the person don't come back, they weren't the person. They weren't the person. But you got to trust that what's for you is for you. It will happen. You got to trust that, okay? Y'all got to trust that. All right, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it here. So, yeah, I'm going to continue to work on these predictions. I think they're really good messages coming out of them. So I'm actually really excited about them. So, yeah, that's it. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.